For decades, mainstream history has told us a comfortable narrative about the Great Sphinx of Giza, describing it as nothing more than a magnificent monument carved by Pharaoh Khafra around 2500 BC to guard his eternal resting place. But if you look beneath the polished surface of official textbooks, a very different and far more troubling story begins to emerge. One of hidden chambers, erased records, and an active effort by modern authorities to conceal what lies beneath the limestone bedrock. The ancient world was not silent about this mystery, as classical historians, secret societies, and indigenous traditions have long whispered about a legendary repository of knowledge known as the Hall of Records, buried directly under the right paw of the monument. What if the most guarded secret in human history isn't what built the pyramids, but rather the forbidden technology and forgotten origins of humanity preserved right under our feet? The obsession with what lies under the Sphinx isn't just modern internet speculation. It reaches back into the highest corridors of scientific and geopolitical interest. In the late 20th century, advanced seismic surveys and ground-penetrating radar tests conducted by independent researchers revealed undeniable subsurface anomalies, large, hollow, rectangular cavities carved deep into the natural rock directly beneath the monument's base. When these findings were presented to the scientific community, the reaction was not excitement, but immediate pushback, sudden permit revocations, and the abrupt halt of further excavations under the guise of site preservation. Why would leading academic bodies and government institutions shut down non-invasive radar research if there was truly nothing down there to hide? To understand the gravity of what might be buried beneath the sands of Giza, one must look at the eerie alignment between ancient Egyptian texts and the prophecies of modern psychics like Edgar Cayce, who famously claimed in the 1930s that a subterranean chamber under the Sphinx contains the entire technological and cultural history of a lost, antediluvian civilization. Long before satellite imagery or seismic scanners existed, Cayce predicted that this vault would be rediscovered at the turn of the century, containing lost wisdom that would completely shatter our understanding of human evolution. When scientists decades later used modern technology and accidentally located a hollow room in the exact location Cayce had described 50 years prior, panic set in among traditional historians who realized their long-held timelines were on the verge of total collapse. The geological evidence surrounding the Sphinx presents an even greater paradox that mainstream scholars desperately try to ignore. Deep, vertical water erosion channels carved into the enclosure walls of the monument. Hydrogeologists and geological experts who analyzed these weathering patterns concluded that such severe water damage could only have been caused by thousands of years of continuous heavy rainfall, precipitation events that haven't occurred in the Egyptian desert since the end of the last ice age, over 10,000 years ago. If the Sphinx was weathered by torrential rain rather than desert wind and sand, it means the monument, and whatever lies buried beneath it, was constructed long before the dynastic Egyptians ever walked the earth, pointing directly toward a highly advanced pre-flood civilization that vanished overnight. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of this entire enigma is the quiet, undocumented excavation work that has taken place in the dead of night away from the eyes of tourists and independent researchers. Eyewitness accounts, former site workers, and leaked photographs have revealed secret metal hatches, heavy iron doors, and newly installed ventilation shafts leading deep into the earth directly behind and beneath the Sphinx. While official statements continue to insist that these tunnels are merely natural fissures or unfinished tomb shafts, the presence of modern security systems, armed guards, and restricted access zones around these specific entry points suggests that someone is actively monitoring and protecting whatever resides inside that ancient vault. As we piece together the fragments of suppressed history, forbidden archaeology, and advanced ancient technology, the riddle of the Sphinx transforms from a simple tourist attraction into the ultimate threshold of human origin. If the subterranean chambers under Giza are ever fully opened and revealed to the public, it will not just rewrite a few pages of history books. It will dismantle the entire foundation of modern archaeology and force humanity to face a reality we were never meant to remember. The truth is down there, waiting in the dark beneath the stone paw of the beast, and no amount of censorship can keep the ancient code locked away forever.